Hey everyone, welcome to Jonesy Budgets. My name is Bridget and today I'll be going through all of my binders as I am planning to do a cash unstuffing today because we are starting the new year and I am actually going to be introducing a new binder. I've decided that I wanted to start all my envelopes off at zero just to start fresh for the new year and get everything on the same level basically, as I am going to be introducing a new binder as well as new envelopes and starting new savings challenges. So if that's something you're interested in, please continue watching. All right, so let's get on into it. So we're gonna start off with our short-term sinking funds. I'm just basically gonna go through the envelopes that I have been stuffing for the past 3 months, as I've just been cash stuffing since mid-September. So most of these have been stuffed pretty nicely actually, so I'm just going to go through the different envelopes and kind of discuss where I'm going to be putting the money right now, if I'm going to be putting it towards a bill or just directly into my bank, my savings account, anything like that. So I'll go through all of that and then we'll introduce the new binder and then my savings challenges as well. So for Eli Basic Medical, Eli is my dog. So he's actually pretty good with his vet bills and all that. He doesn't need anything until I'd probably say sometime in the spring. But even then it's just going to be his basic like heartworm, Lyme testing, and his vaccines. So I'm sure I'll be able to stuff this back up in that timeline, so I can use the envelope to pay for that. So I'm going to keep this envelope as is, but I'm going to take the money out. Now we have $185 here. So it's 100, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. And I actually have a really large tin here. So it's basically just a really big piggy bank. You can't even get to it from the bottom. You kind of have to like saw into it, I guess. You actually can't even pop the top off. So I have a smaller one that I keep my change in. But I got this one because I'm going to put Eli's money into it. So this is going to be his new like emergency tin. So once I reach like $500 or $1,000 in his envelopes, I'm just going to take that money out and then put it directly in this tin. I thought about putting it in my savings account, but I'd rather have a tin on hand. That way, if I have to take him to an emergency clinic or anything like that, I can just bust this open and the money's there. I won't have to worry about, you know, taking out thousands of dollars from the bank or anything like that. So I'm going to actually take this $185 and put it in his tin here. So at least I know that I have it. It's here. And even though I'm taking this money from his medical, like his basic medical envelope, this tin is going to be for if he has an emergency and needs to go to the emergency clinic. So I'm putting it in here and hopefully I won't have to bust this open for a very long time. But if need be, the money will be in here. And that's what I'm going to do with money from his emergency envelope as well for my long-term sinking fund binder. I'm going to put his emergency money in here. So this is going to be his tin. I'm going to put a label on it, and then I'll just store it in my place. So that's it for this one. So my medical, I'm going to empty out as well. I'm going to start this one fresh for the new year. And currently it has $175. We have 100, 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. And I actually ordered enough contacts for, I believe, 6 months, which just came to, I think, like $190. So I'm going to actually use this money to pay for that and hope that that's enough contacts for me until I can get my laser eye surgery done. So I'm going to use that money to pay for the contacts. And then car maintenance. I'm going to empty this out here. The car's been doing really well since I had a bunch of work done a few months ago. So I think, fingers crossed, everything should be great until I can bulk this back up. But I actually do need to get my license plate stickers. Because of COVID, everything got delayed and you didn't have to get the license plate stickers for a while. But I think it's like as of February 28th, you have to get like everything up to date. So I'm gonna need to get that. And I'm actually, I don't think my stickers have been since 2019. So I think I'm gonna need to use all of this money, and it should be $265. So we have 100, 2, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. So $265. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think the license plate stickers for like a year is like 120 or something. So I'm going to use this because I know I need to get at least 2 years, probably 3 because I'm going to need for 2022. So definitely going to need all this money. So I'm going to keep this here, and I will put that money on my credit card and then order the stickers online. And then hopefully I can bulk the car maintenance envelope back up before anything major happens with my car. Knock on wood, it's good until at least spring or summer. So hair and nail fund. I was planning to get my hair done, but then that kind of fell through. So I think I'm gonna wait off and not get my hair done until closer to spring, just because I'm not really going anywhere in the winter anyway, so it's fine. What's really the point? So hair and nail fund should have $185. So it's 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 160, 170, 75, 80, 85. So I'm actually just going to put this money into my savings account. Just let it accumulate there because I don't have any plans to get my hair done or anything like that. So I think I'm just going to put it in my savings account. And again, this is a savings account that I can't touch. I created the account and I can put money into it, but I can never take money out without actually going into the teller and talking to them. And I'm not that type of person. So once that money's in there, it's staying in there. So I'll deposit that into that savings account. And then birthdays and gifts. I don't have anyone's birthdays or gifts coming up anytime soon. Valentine's Day is coming up for me and my boyfriend, but I'm not sure what I'm going to get him, and I'm sure I can probably just budget that out from a paycheck. We don't really do anything major for those types of like holiday things anyway. Probably just getting like a box of chocolates or these cookies that he likes, so that's definitely not going to break the bank. So for birthdays and gifts, I think I'm also just going to deposit this into my savings account, and this should be $135. So it's 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125, 130, 135. So I'm just going to deposit this into my savings account as well. Let's put that there. Shopping and clothes, I think, is the same deal. I don't need any clothes until at least summer. And there's nothing that I want shopping wise, so rather than just keep this money here or just have it on hand, I'm going to put it in that same savings account that I can't get into, and just let it accumulate. So I should have $140. So we got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It's $140. So that is going to go into the savings as well. All right, Sage. I was debating on going to Sage to get some stuff, but honestly, when I thought about it, I was really just going to go because I had the money here to use. There's nothing really off the top of my head that I need. So I think I'm just going to be a good budgeter and put it into my savings account, because why go and spend the money if you don't absolutely need to? So for Sage, I should have $100. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And that's going to go into my savings account as well. And Honey Bun is my boyfriend, and I'm going to empty out his envelope as well and deposit this into my savings account too. He has 130. So we have 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, like I said, for Valentine's Day, I think I'm just going to get him a box of those elegant cookies that he really likes, and that's only gonna be like $30, so I can budget that from pay for that week, so that'll be fine. And then by the time his birthday rolls around, this envelope will be stocked again, and then I can just pull the money from here for that. So I'll just put this in my savings account. And then vacation fund, we're not going on vacation anytime soon, and unfortunately with the way everything's going, I don't think we'll be going anytime soon. So I think this is another envelope. It's going to be going into my savings account, and it should have $150. So we have 100, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. So that's going to go into my savings account. Emergency fund. So emergency fund, as much as it pains me to let it go, I'm going to empty it out as well. And I think I'm going to put, how much do I have here? $200. I'm going to put $100 in Eli's emergency. So let me count it here first. I have 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. All right, so I'm gonna take up Eli's tin here, excuse me, and I'm gonna put $100 in his tin. And I'm not keeping track of the money that I put in here. It's just once it's in here, and that's it. I will keep track starting from 0 again when I start to stuff all these envelopes. So I have $100 left, and that's going to go into the bank. And that's it for our short-term sinking funds. Now for our long-term. And it's going to be about the same thing. Eli emergency, this is going to go into his tin as well. And he should have 170. That's 100, 20, 40, 60, 70. I'll bring his tin back over here. All right, let's do 120 first. I thought about keeping it in the account, but you know what? When you go to the emergency clinic for anything, they won't even really look at your animal unless you give them at least $1,000. So I'd rather just have this money on hand. I know it's pretty okay in my place, so I'm just gonna bulk that up, and then it's there if I need it. So now LASIK is for laser eye surgery. And I have $330. So that's 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 30, 330. So this I'm going to keep here. I have a different account that I'm going to put this into because I am going to end up using this at some point when I do get my laser eye surgery. So that's just going to be separate from my regular savings account that's locked. So that's why I'm just going to keep this over here. This is also going to go into the bank, but it's going to go into a different account where I can access it when I do have my laser eye surgery. And every $1,000 that I accumulate when I do start to stuff again, I'm going to put it into that same account so that it's there. So now for Condo Fund. So I went to the bank and I took out the $1,000 that I already had put aside for a Condo Fund with my 1K slip, and I put it in here, which is a tin specific for condo savings. So I'm going to take the 1K slip out, of course, and then I should have 800 here. So with the 1K slip it's 1,800. I put the 1,000 in here, you can hear that. So we should have 800. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 758. So I'm going to put this all into this tin here. Alright, so that's all in there now. Okay, so off to Condo Fund. Debt. I do not have any debt right now, thankfully. I don't owe anything on credit cards or anything like that, but I am going to owe a lot of money when I do my taxes. So I'm going to use the money from my debt and put that towards my tax fund. So I should have $140. So that's 50, 70, 90, 110, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm going to put that towards taxes. So I put that right there. And then I'm going to empty out taxes, and that's going to go towards taxes as well. And that should be 180. I should have 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So these are going to go together because when tax season comes, I'm going to put this money towards taxes along with whatever else I accumulate with cash stuffing when I start to cash stuff again, these envelopes. Retirement, I'm going to empty out and put into my retirement savings plan account at the bank. I haven't looked into doing any like investing or anything like that yet, but it is definitely something that's on my mind. I just haven't really had the time to look into it. But once I do, I will look into it and figure out where I'm going to be putting my like retirement money into, or at least part of it as like an investment. But for right now it has $100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And I'm just going to deposit this into my retirement savings plan, my RSP, basically, with the bank. So let's put that there. And that is everything for my envelopes. So I'm going to be cash stuffing these as I normally do every week going forward. But this is the new binder that I have that I'm going to introduce now. This is basically my month ahead binder. And I want to do this because I want to get ready for when I move in April, hopefully April, sometime probably in May. Really depends on when I can find a place, as it's getting hard to find pet-friendly places in the city here. But once I do, I'm gonna move, and then I want to make sure that I have enough money for at least 1 or 2 months ahead. So that's why I want to start cash stuffing this binder. So basically my monthly expenses, other than my variable expenses like gas and food and all that, these are the expenses that I currently pay for that I paid just directly out of my bank account. But I figure I can start cash stuffing a little bit of money into these envelopes each week to kind of accumulate, so that by the time I do move out, I'll have enough in each envelope for at least 1 or 2 months ahead. So then I can just pull the money from here, put it in the bank, pay it, and then, you know, for that month accumulate more. So my car insurance, I think currently, it just actually went down within the new year. So currently I think I pay about not 140, I wish, 340. So I used to pay just over 400. I think I was like paying about 420. But now it went down to about 337. So I can round that to about 340. So I'll be stuffing money into here for that. Rent, I'm going to guesstimate it for what my rent is going to be like when I move, which is probably going to be about $1,400, depending on paying hydro and all that. But I'm going to guesstimate about $1,300 to start, until I start looking and seeing what the actual real prices are of different places that I'm interested in. But $1,300 I think is pretty good guesstimate for right now. Subscriptions, I have to double check my credit card, but my monthly subscriptions I think come to, I want to say about $120, I think. I have to double check that. I'm not sure. I do have a couple different subscriptions, like Spotify, Netflix, all that. So I'm going to double check that and see exactly how much it is. And then I'll put like a little number here for how much I would like to have in here to cover me for at least a month or two. So stuff that. And then TELUS is my phone bill. I pay, I think, about $90 now a month for this. So I'd like to stuff enough for that as well. I think it might go up because I definitely need to get a new phone at some point. I just really don't want to give up the phone that I have because I hate change, but it's really starting to get on my nerves. So I might have to get a new phone at some point. My boyfriend would love that, so but we'll see how that goes. And then if I end up getting a new phone, my phone bill is obviously going to go up in cost, but currently it costs me about $90, I believe, so I'm going to cash stuff for that. And then parking spot, I currently pay $60 a month for parking, but when I move, I think it can range anywhere from like $60 to $100 depending on where you live. So I'm going to continue to cash stuff $60 a month, just to be safe, and then just keep that kind of as my average and see how it goes when I start to actually look for places to move to. And then I'll increase it if I have to. And then I just have this little savings envelope in case I want to put like 10% away or something like that of my income, and it's like, you know, have it in the envelope rather than just put it directly into my savings account. I might cash stuff this sometimes, I might not. I haven't decided yet, but these are my envelopes here for my month ahead basically. And then I'm going to do my 100 envelope challenge as well. I know it looks kind of grungy. I made it myself, but I also made the envelopes too, which anyone who makes these envelopes on like Etsy or anything like that, like, bless your heart, because these take so long to make. I don't have a laminator, so I really just like cut them out of like cardstock and then folded them, of course, and then taped them. So it looks really not great, but I'm kind of proud of them. It's, you know, I made it, so saving myself some money there, but it does take a long time. So anyone who makes these for Etsy, like, bless your heart, because I'm not even halfway through making. I think I made like 40, and this took me forever, and I'm like, I don't even want to make the other 60 because I'm just like, I don't know, it was just so irritating to make, but like they were fun, but I'm not a patient person, I guess, but I'll definitely finish it because I've already started. I have to finish them now. So I'm going to do the 100 envelope challenge. I'm not going to be able to cash stuff, you know, 7 envelopes a week or anything like that. I'll probably average like 2 or 3, maybe 2 to 4 envelopes a week, just with my budget lately, and, you know, trying to save as much as I can to move out. It's going to cost a lot of money, so I'm going to be tackling this challenge, but it will be slower than normal, just because, you know, I'm going based on my own budget, and but I am going to at least do at least 2 numbers a week, hopefully. So yeah, I'm excited to start that. And then of course I'm going to do the $5 and $10 challenge. These challenges are only going to get stuffed from rollover money though, from my variable expenses. So once I cash stuff my variable expenses, which I do every 2 weeks, and then the following 2 weeks when I restuff them, if I have any rollover money that are, you know, 5s or 10s, then they'll go into my $5 and $10 challenge. So these only get stuffed every 2 weeks. And then I have this envelope for a new SUV, just in case my car goes kaput at some time, just because it is an older vehicle and I have to accept that, you know, she's getting up there in age. She's caused me some problems a little months ago, and that was kind of like a wake up to be like, yeah, you might need to get a new SUV at some point. So I'm gonna slowly start cash stuffing in here. So yeah, that's everything. This is my new binder with the new envelopes. Now I know previously when I was cash stuffing, I was putting money in basically every envelope. That's not going to be how it is going forward, just because I have this new envelope now. So this one's kind of going to take more priority than the other ones, just because I want to be as prepared as I possibly can when I move out, and, you know, just make sure that I have all my finances in order with that. So you probably will see all these envelopes and each of these binders when I do cash stuff. I just might not cash stuff every single envelope every week, but I'm going to do my best to try. But that is everything. So my next video, I'm going to be doing my first cash stuffing for the new year. I'm really excited to start with these new envelopes, this new binder, and then do the savings challenges, of course. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Please feel free to leave a comment and consider subscribing. Until next time, happy budgeting. Bye.